Drive the Palm Beaches is powered by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more.
My name is Kat Redner and you're watching Drive the Palm Beaches.
This is one of the big ones.
This is Man Disney World. These are all the cars you wish you could have.
I love driving to Palm Beaches.
I'm standing right next to a Ferrari 250 GT California, the same kind of car that was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This one is not for sale.
This is what's called a Land Rover 101 forward control. It was originally built for the British military.
I'm sitting here in a McLaren Senna. Only 500 of these were made.
I'm Wayne Carini, and you're watching Drive the Palm Beaches.
I never know what's going to happen, but I always know there's going to be something that's not going to work like it's supposed to every day.
That's great. Can't beat it. Best feeling ever. With over 100 cars in his collection, Steve Wolf was serious about his automobile.
I just love where we live, right?
It's a great place to be.
Fantastic place to be.
You've got Rolls-Royce, you've got Bentley, you've got Ferrari, you've got Porsche, you've got Alfa Romeo, you've got Lamborghini, you've got McLaren.
Get ready to drive the Palm Beaches.
So this is the biggest Cars and Coffee in the United States. We have a huge turnout. It's the very first weekend of every month.
We have supercars, we have electrics, we have muscle, we have classic, we have vintage.
Woo! Man, that sounds good.
Come drive to Palm Beaches.
Drive the Palm Beaches.
You just gotta hang on and smile.
By the way, you are watching Drive the Palm Beaches, and don't stop watching.
Well, this is a great event. First time these guys have been here. It's just awesome to see the families and the kids here. You know, we do a lot of really cool, fun stuff here at Palm Beach International Raceway, but to see the number of kids smiling, laughing, and the stands full like this, it's awesome. It's some pretty cool equipment that they have here. You know, they come in all in a big group, and it's obviously like a traveling family. They all race together all the time. But they put on a great show. It's loud, it's exciting. I mean, how could you not love it? Motorcycles are cool. I didn't get to see too much of that stuff, unfortunately. I heard them out there practicing, and I've seen them do a few of the stunts and stuff. It's just all around, it's great family entertainment. It's never-ending variety of things going on here at Palm Beach International Raceway. You know, whether it's a monster truck show with the kids for the families, you know, exotic car events, Cavallino, things like that we have, Targa 66. A lot of it's a whole range of anything motorsports, family fun, excitement. Motorsports is awesome. It's a great location. There's so much going on. It isn't just motorsports. There's all kinds of activities going on in the Palm Beaches, and we're just a part of it. We're proud and happy to be a part of it.
Drive the Palm Beaches is powered by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more.
We're here in West Palm Beach at the Ann Norton Sculpture Garden, and this is Sculptures in Motion.
Well, we're out here trying to kind of exposed the sculpture garden and its really beautiful sculptures done by Ann Norton after World War II, and beautiful gardens. Marry that with the rolling art that's here, the sculptural cars, and really have a great, unique venue to be able to show off the cars, show off the garden, and have some fun at the same time. The garden is pretty unique because it's 2.5 acres in this urban setting right here in West Palm Beach with all the development that's going on around it. This will never get touched, and it has, I think, the largest collection of rare cycad palms and other species that, you know, that are pretty interesting to view. This field is divided into pre-war cars and post-war cars, primarily sports cars. So it's, you know, pretty significant to have the kind of car collectors you've got clustered right here in Palm Beach and Palm Beach County. So you're able to get really unique cars, really beautiful cars, as you can see here. But the uniqueness of the cars too is pretty special. A lot of these are one-off cars, the only one in the world. This is the only Alfa Romeo from, you know, that was ever bodied by a coach builder called Fagoni in Italy. This is only, there's a Delahaye down here, the only one of its kind. So you've got a Bugatti. To see a Type 57 Bugatti, this is a very special Type 51 Grand Prix racing, the real deal Bugatti. So you've got some great pre-war cars. Post-war cars are incredible. The sports cars also are not only run-of-the-mill, but one-off cars. The Bill Frick Cadillac is a Vignale bodied, coach-built Italian body on a Cadillac, believe it or not. So it's got a Cadillac engine and a Cadillac chassis. The Mercedes is a 300 SL Roadster. It was the first one ever brought into the country. Pretty special car and has a lot of unique features because it was before the main production run of 300 SLs by Mercedes. So great stuff here. There's cars in the garden, there's a food truck in the garden, and there's opportunities for children here at this event. The garden does a lot educationally for kids in the community. And so there's a STEAM program going on here today in the garden.
I'm the Director of Education and Programming, so that covers a lot of what we do here in the garden all throughout the year. I work with Title I students. We also work with Palm Beach Day, who's here for Sculpture in Motion. And we work with veterans, assisted living, really community inclusive programming, because we have such a beautiful space. It's such an interesting place to learn. And with all the growing that's going on in our community, we want to make sure that this place remains somewhere where people can come to enjoy art and nature at the same time.
Well, Kat, I am thrilled to be here for the third Sculpture in Motion here at the Ann Norton Sculpture Garden. I've heard a lot about this event from the organizers. Two very good friends of mine, Francis and Jeff Fisher, are very involved in this event, and they told me about it and they wanted me to come down and be a part of this, and this is the first time I've had the opportunity to, and I am thrilled. What a setting, what cars, it's absolutely perfect.
So do you have a favorite car here today?
That's like saying, you know, what's your favorite child? What's your favorite piece of music? It depends on the day and the moment. Right now, this moment is my favorite moment. I would drive away in any of these cars right now. They would be very welcome and at home in my garage. These are wonderful cars, and it's also, for me, cars are a total artistic experience. And I love art and I love cars. And cars as art is something that's very, very close to me. Design, history, the engineering, all of it comes together in a complete work. And to see it here in this setting is just absolutely amazing. It's the perfect South Florida day. People often ask me, well, how did you get involved in the classic car business? And I said, I think it's basically the product of a lost childhood. I was a voracious reader all the time, and so as a little kid growing up in New York City, where I didn't have cars fascinated me. And I'm incredibly grateful and fortunate today to make my living as a professional appraiser, an ASA, a member of the American Society of Appraisers, and I've been working as an appraiser and consultant, writer, historian, and for the last few years, the last 5 seasons, I've been working with Jay Leno on our CNBC primetime show, Jay Leno's Garage, doing a segment called Assess and Caress with Donald Osborne, where Jay and I get to talk about cars, what makes them interesting, what makes them perhaps not so interesting, and how that relates to market value. Because in the end, it's all about your emotional connection with a car. And if you love a car, it doesn't matter what it's worth, because it gives you the kind of psychic and emotional satisfaction that you deserve. That's what we want to find from cars.
Drive the Palm Beaches is powered by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to West Palm Beach Supercar Week.
This year's Supercar Week has been super exciting. Notice I use the word super twice there.
That's okay.
Only because it's the 10th anniversary of our week of events. You know, Supercar started out as a one-day event, and we started talking about that. And I said, you know, what I would like to see is this to become the ultimate destination at this time every year for auto enthusiasts, supercar and everything. I mean, because you know what we have here. We have supercars, we have electrics, we have muscle, we have classic, we have vintage. We even have a BMX bicycle exhibition, which is total fun. It's great family fun on the West Palm Beach waterfront. Palm trees, I mean, listen, Palm Beach County is the best place to live, work, and play. I think we're doing okay. Are we doing okay? Nod the camera, yes. Okay, good. I'm Tim Bird, the Birdman. This is Supercar Week, the 10th anniversary version of our show. And what a day it's been. By the way, you are watching Drive the Palm Beaches. And don't stop watching.
Well, I'm Mayor Scott Singer, and we're happy to be here for the ribbon cutting of Wolf Gallery here at Meisner Park at Boca Raton. It's a fitting addition. Meisner Park is one of the most iconic and historic places in Boca Raton, but this place has so much more of the history and icons from the last 100 years. Automotive, gas, Coca-Cola, merchandise, memorabilia, a great fun exhibit, and I hope it's very successful here in Meisner Park. Well, very glad to see that Wolf Gallery has expanded to a second location here in Boca Raton, and a lot of eyes are going to be on this spot. And it's just another draw for tourists and people enjoying Meisner Park and all of the Palm Beaches here. They're going to have another amenity to see. The Palm Beaches in Boca Raton are wonderful places to explore in all ways, but for drivers, particularly a lot of great sights to see. The drive along our Ocean Drive A1A is unmatched, I think, anywhere in the world.
With over 100 cars in his collection, Steve Wolf was serious about his automobiles. We're here inside the gallery, and I'm standing right next to a Ferrari 250 GT California, the same kind of car that was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This one is not for sale. As Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could just miss it.
So it's all stuff from vintage jukeboxes to pinball machines to vintage Coca-Cola to neon to gasoline, memorabilia, air pumps, gas pumps, soda machines, and a little of everything, something for everybody. Here at Wolf Gallery, we got everything you don't need, but everything you want.
Drive the Palm Beaches is powered by Discover the Palm Beaches. Log on to thepalmbeaches.tv to learn more.
This is one of the best Concours d'Elegance in the country. It's well run, great cars, nice people, and you can't beat the location in the day. Really? Palm Beach County, Boca Raton, Florida, come on down. You'll have fun.
So as you see here today, we just have a lot of different cars, a lot of different people from, not just the States, but internationally as well, that come to our show each and every year. This year we also added a dimension of the Mecum Gallery exposition, along with the Automotive Fine Arts Society. So not only do we have cars on the field, but at the Meisner Center, you will see a collection of cars that are total over $40 million sitting in there, along with fine art. So, what we like to say is this show represents kids, cars, and memories. Because one, it's an event for the kids to do our mission. Two, great cars, and those cars bring back memories, because everybody really remembers their first car, or the first car that maybe their mother and father bought and they all piled in and all those good things. So, for us, it just has been just a true adventure, and we also have a driving program for our kids through UPS. And so that road code program actually teaches kids how to drive safely. So this kind of all mixes in together real well.
Yeah, and it must feel so rewarding raising all this money and having all of it go straight back to Boys and Girls Club.
It does, and obviously Reed and Rick Case, who founded the event, but our sponsors, Mercedes-Benz and AutoNation, Ed Morris, JM Family, obviously Rick Case Automotive Group. So when you have the power and strength of good, organized companies behind a charity.
And right now we're standing next to your favorite car here today.
This is my favorite car. This is a 1959 Nash, and it is just one of those cars that I believe is one of a kind, and it actually is based off of the song, if you ever heard the old song Beep Beep Beep. This is actually this car coincides with that song. So for me, it's an important car. You have a lot of car owners. The owner of this car is a lady, and loves this car along with her husband. And it's just fun. It's what I think our show represents. Is everybody thinks traditional cars, right? But then we have these fine looking automobiles that is just tremendous.
Yeah. And the lady that drives it looks just like it.
Yeah, she
all
does.
dressed up in yellow, and
Yep.
She looks good. I bet she looks great driving it too.
And I think one of the things too is, when we interact with car owners, they know their cars, they know their stories, and it's just a delight to hear it. So yeah.
The car matches the person.
It does very much. So it's a lot of fun, and a lot of hard work, a lot of things that go into it. And I'd be remiss that in February 19th through the 21st next year of 2021, we'll be back here again. So look forward to just getting that message out, and that'll be our 15th anniversary of the Concours.
It's a big year.
It's a big year, and once again we're delighted that you took the time to come out and explore what we're doing here, and hopefully get more people in the future to see this wonderful event.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a 1930 Boattail Speedster. Model A frame right on through, and this is what the car would have looked like if you were a race car guy back in 1930. Just a wonderful car. You go 40 miles an hour and you think you're a wild man at 90, because it's open cockpit, and then just a fun car. And I just love this place. You get to meet the same people over and over. Nobody gets older, and I just have a great time.
So this is a 1962 Ferrari GTO. They built 36 of these cars. This was the 16th car built in the series of GTOs. And what gets most people's attention on this car is the shape. And that's why the cars are so valuable, but it's an iconic shape. It was done as a race car in the 1960s. And Scaglietti Bodywork, or Scaglietti shop in Italy, did the design work, and they literally built these bodies by hand. They're all aluminum, and they were trying to make them as aerodynamic as they possibly could, and what they ended up with is probably one of the most iconic shaped sports cars ever built. It was a race car that you could drive home. So because of that, these cars have become extremely valuable, because anybody can get in it and drive it. It's not like a full all-out race car. A car similar to our car sold a year ago for approximately $70 million. And so that's probably one of, if not the most expensive car ever sold. And you look for yourself. I mean, It's the shape of the car, but it's also the way the car drives. 12 cylinders, small pistons, high revving engine, extremely reliable, and beautiful. You can see some of the tubular frame construction of the car, all of it made out of steel and aluminum, so it's very, very lightweight and responsive. I'm the car manager for the Rare Wheels collection in Orlando, Florida. We've got 30 of probably some of the most significant cars ever produced, this being probably the top of the heap, top of the food chain. And my job is basically to keep all these cars presentable and operational. And I never know what's going to happen, but I always know there's going to be something that's not going to work like it's supposed to every day.
I'm living, no limits, this moment, just go with it, believe it, I'm dreaming, I'm screaming, I'm living the life, I'm living, no limits, this moment, just go with it, believe it, I'm dreaming, I'm screaming, I'm living the life.